Yes.
Hello
Mm.
there.
Yes, thank you. Mm.
Who am I speaking with today?
I'm the Bone Shaman.
The Bone Shaman.
Yes.
Okay, hello, the Bone Shaman. Are there any messages that you have for Rissa today?
Yes, she's very excited to work with me. I'm very excited to work with her. Mm. She has many gifts that she's ready to access. She would like to understand more about me. I'm here. I will be a guide for her many, many years into the future. I am a ancestor and also a energetic lineage of a past life that she has lived many times over in many forms, many shamanic paths. I am here to bring forth her ancient ties, her ancient magic, her bone collecting skills, her ability to understand death and rebirth, as well as life in its entirety, and to also help her guide those through this portal of death that they may find themselves experiencing in the coming decades as the transformation on your planet continues.
Wonderful. Thank you for connecting with us today and bringing forward these messages for Rissa. Are you the proper guide for her and some of her questions that she's brought to this session today?
Yes, the ones that refer to death and rebirth
I,
and any shamanic gifts. This is also a message for all those who may lose someone now or in the future or have already lost a loved one. The importance of this energy is that there is much to protect the light from at this time. And we acknowledge that the light has done much to protect themselves in their own way. But we understand, we as shamans on the other side, ancestors and guides on the other side, we understand that the protection that the light needs at this time on your planet is greater than they can provide for themselves. And so it is imperative, quite important, that those who are aware and conscious of the need for protection that they have, that they reach out to their guides, their higher selves, their higher powers, their conscious creator beings who are with them in support of them in the spirit realm to provide protection. And so we ask those who are listening to these messages to take heed in our warning to please allow for the light of your own being and your connection to that which is of a higher power or energy, whatever that means to you, to understand this light as divine protection, quite necessary and quite helpful at this time. We also recognize that many are undergoing much separation, dualism, and death of their own light and even of their own shadow. This is a choice each soul has to make, whether they will kill their light or kill their shadow. And it is important for those who have chosen one or the other to only be around those who have chosen the same out of a necessity for the light to be preserved. It is important for her to understand that she must be observant of the choices those around her make consistently and continually that put them in their choice category. And so, if she sees someone choosing to kill their light and not their shadow, she must move accordingly out of the way and far away from those who do that.
Understood. Understood. She also had a question about you, the Bone Shaman. She wanted to know, what does she need to know about you specifically?
Yes, she just needs to understand that I am here and I am always going to be now that she has activated my presence so deeply with the plant medicines. She can continue this connection and to deepen this connection as she calls me forth through those ceremonies.
Wonderful. And she also had a question about her connection and her gifts. And it was, or it is, that how can Rissa best improve her intuitive connection, her gifts, her coaching and channeling skills? And what does she need to know about these gifts and her career in using them?
Yes, she must continue to put her spiritual goals and gifts first, as this is important for her to channel the energy there in order for all other things to fall into place. And so when she may get distracted or overly focused on other priorities, it knocks things out of balance. And so, if she would like to deepen her gifts, skills, and capabilities, she must make sure she is putting that first.
Understood. Understood. Is there anything else she needs to know about her gifts and her career in using them?
Listen to the Grand Master. He knows much, even when she doesn't understand.
I see. Is there any clarity she needs around that message, or will she understand what that means?
She will know.
She will know. Okay, understood. Okay, the Bone Shaman. Are there any other messages you have for Rissa today?
Yes, we would like her to pursue her work with our work, the bone throwing, bone casting that she has researched. This will be work for her specifically through transformations of death and rebirth for those who seek understanding of that process in their own lives, and for herself as she understands her own process with it through her experiences of loss and death in others, but also through her rebirthing and constant deaths in her shadow work and other ways she continues to evolve.
Wonderful. Are there Any other messages that you have for me at this time, the Bone Shaman?
It is important that you start to ask more about people's fears of death in your sessions, as this will allow the collective over time to clear their fear around death so that they may accept not only their own imminent death, but also the death of others and their own tiny deaths, as Rissa calls them, within their lives. The collective fear around death and the lack of understanding surrounding it is causing much resistance in the collective in facing the beauty and benefits, the great teachings that death has to offer. And so we ask you to bring that into your sessions, into your work, whenever you see fit, preferably more often than not, as this is greatly needed in all those on your planet at this time.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that particular message towards me and my work.
Yes.
Are there any final messages that you may have for the collective of humanity at this time?
Yes. Death is a teacher if you let it be. That is all.